Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5 Minutes PM podcast. Today, I'm like to continue the discussion about project selection criteria. Last week, I focused mostly in the financial aspect and the strategic fit. I spent most of the time talking and how important it is to open our mind and do not think only and exclusively in the financial aspect. It's a very limited view. And now I'd like to give you other examples of criteria that you can use in your portfolio management process to select your projects. First one, urgency. Some projects, they are only available and they have only reason if we do them now. Maybe in a year, they are pointless. There is no meaning to do that because the opportunity has gone. So urgency, it's something that can change the landscape. For example, I have one project that has less profit, but in the other hand, the strategic fit and the urgency, it's extremely high now. Then this project will move up in your list. Second criteria, it's customer and stakeholder commitment. It's much easier sometimes to do a project that will have less profit, but much more commitment from the stakeholder and the customers. It's really important because sometimes you decide to do a project that is extremely profitable, the internal rate of return is huge, but there is no commitment. And again, as I said many times, people is behind of everything. People is behind of everything. If they are not committed, you will be facing a problem from the beginning to the end. So this is very important. If you compare, the customer, the stakeholder, is more willing to support which of these projects. Next one is the level of risk. Sometimes I have a project that will result in less profit. But in the other hand, the risk is much less regarding the threats. So, for example, maybe it's better to run level 1 of risk, to have the level 1 of profit, then level 10 of risk, to have level 2 of profit. So this will change a lot the criteria that you are using to choose. The other one is the technology, the knowledge of the technology. Sometimes you do not have enough knowledge. This will raise indirectly all the risks of that project. And sometimes, on the other hand, technology is everything, and technology is a key for your strategy. So the cutting edge products will go up into your list because of technology. So two sides of the same coin. Next one, human resource. Basically, motivation and knowledge. Again, people is behind of everything. So some projects, the team is much more motivated to do that than others. And maybe it's better for you, I will do this project that will lose on that aspect, but will win a lot in motivation. The people will be much more willing to help. So this is a trend. Knowledge. If I have a project where my team has skill and knowledge to do, this will move them up into my list. This project will move up. Comparing with other projects that I do not have any knowledge. This in a risk management perspective. Duration. Short-term projects. Usually, I do not want to be generic here, usually they are exposed to less external risks because you can control more a time frame of 3 months than a time frame of 4 years. 4 years, the external environment, it's much more complex than to look the next 90 days. So sometimes I will benefit short-term projects. Imagine during this kind of crisis. where the horizon is not clear. And to finish this podcast, think in multi-criteria. Multi-criteria. So it's not one size fits all. A lot of people, they are looking to something magic. Okay, let me give you my spreadsheet. Just put 1, 2, or 3 and then you are done. This is not the case. Every single company that I work at doing that, it's a completely different formula. A completely different set of criteria. Usually, basically, this 15 or 17 criteria that I gave to you in these 2 podcasts. But using criteria also as image, and some of them, they are not easily measured, like money, like days, like months, like weeks. And what we can do in this case, we use ratings like the Thomas Sati, the HP man, did, from 1.9 to 9. So 1.9 means it's much less relevant. And I can weight all the criteria inside my basket. I don't want to mean that financial aspect will have the same level of relevance, of level of risk. It depends of your company, it depends of your business. So it's not one size fits all. You need to understand the strategy of your company, the behavior of your company, to build the right criteria. And please do not build only financial criteria. They are really important. But we need to understand that the companies and the projects are above and beyond money. And sometimes if you think only money, then you have a lot of trouble in other areas. We need to have a much more broad view. And this was my intent in these 2 podcasts. I hope you enjoy it and see you next week with another 5 minutes podcast. Bye.